welcome back to another episode of Slice by Bryce, the podcast. So we're on episode 10 now. Season 1's winding down. So like I was saying a few episodes back, I had mentioned in some previous episodes, been working at the Wellness Center now for going on 8 years. In October, I'll make 8 years at the Wellness Center. So I definitely worked with and mentored a lot of different trainers over that time period. And I can say right now, we probably have the strongest team that we've ever had as far as personal trainers go at the Wellness Center. We have 13 trainers now. We just hired a new trainer recently. All of them are great. So actually one of those trainers that works with me is here today. Mr. Tate Russell. How you doing, sir?
Good.
Appreciate you coming on the podcast,
man. Of course, no problem.
We have been talking about it for a while. We finally were able to line our schedules up. But so me and Tate work together at the Wellness Center. He's another one of the trainers. Been training now for about a year, going on a year. I remember Tate coming to the Wellness Center back when he was in high school. Whenever I started, he was probably like a senior in high school, a junior in high school. He definitely got after it. I remember working out, seeing him work out every day. Dude definitely knew what he was doing. I remember Tate, so he started working at the front desk a few years back, and I remember him talking to me about becoming a personal trainer. And so I kind of, he decided to do it, got certified through NASM. I kind of gave him some pointers, kind of mentored him a little bit, and I can say now, I observe all the trainers. I kind of, like I said, I mentor a lot of the trainers. I can say now he's definitely become a great trainer. I see what he does with his clients. He stays on top of his clients, and he knows what he's doing for sure. To tell you, I know growing up you were into sports a little bit, you've been working out all your life. What did you say inspired you to become a trainer and to take this route?
Like you said, worked out in high school, and working out in high school is like when a person's telling you what to do, it's not like you want to do it. It's not fun.
It's different.
Yeah. So once I graduated from high school, worked at Wellness Center. After like a few months, we kind of realized, like, all right, I'm kind of good at this. So I kind of realized throughout college, worked at a law firm, going to a law school, realized it's not for me. Tried it, did it, move on from it. And then I was like, okay, let's see what this personal training stuff can do.
What, as far as fitness goes, I know you work out on a regular basis. What does it mean to you? I'm sure it's a big part of your life. And do you have any other hobbies besides fitness?
It's gonna sound corny, but like it's almost a lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very cliche to say everyone says that.
It's a lifestyle.
No, yeah, it really is, and it's part of like my everyday routine for the most part. I can't live without it. If I don't do it, obviously I have my rest days and all. The older I get, the more mature I get, the more I realize how important rest days actually are. Right. It feels good being active, working out, and doing those things.
I know, like working in the gym, you see other people working out for 8 hours a day, and it just makes you want to get out there and start working out. That's how I see people bench pressing. I'm like, man, let me get a quick 7.
Exactly.
It's definitely, part of being a trainer. There's a lot of times when you get off and you work 8 hours at the gym, spend another hour or 2 working out. You spend most of your days at the gym.
Yeah, so it's like second home in a sense.
So it's definitely a lifestyle.
Yeah.
People always joke to me like, "Oh, you must live here," I'm like, "Yeah, I guess."
And follow up your next question. Man, I'm honestly pretty boring. I really don't do much. I play video games with my boys a lot. We do that. Other than that, I like watching movies.
What's your favorite movie?
Man, I got 3 phases. It's either gonna be Star Wars. I watch Star Wars, watch them all in order, like once every 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be Dark Knight trilogy every few months, or Toby Spider-Man movies. I like watching new stuff, but it's comfort movies.
Right.
I like watching that stuff.
So you have, we kind of talked about this before. What are your future aspirations? Do you see yourself training long term, or is this kind of like a stepping stone for you?
So, like I said earlier, like in the most non-cocky, more confident way, I think I'm pretty good at this kind of stuff. I have some things in the works. Like I told you, I'm getting my CS. For those who don't know, it's strength and conditioning certification. It's like almost the next step up from your personal training certificate.
Right.
So I don't say too much because you know how things work. Once you put it out there, things don't work out.
Right.
So I'm going to keep it kind of under wraps for right now.
Yeah.
But I'm working on getting that knocked out, and then from there, take that next step. And
just see, feel it out.
Yep.
See, things always change,
No, correct.
You got to take your time and you make decisions like that.
Right. If I were to say, like, I'm doing this, and I don't do it, like I failed expectations in a sense. So I like just keep it in the wraps for right now.
Right.
And I'll play out how things will play out, and then just go from there.
So you're working on your CSC. You said you also have a nutrition specialist.
Yeah. CNC certified nutrition coach. Just like I don't do resume, build a resume
right.
For the most part, I know you as well have a lot of like you do meal prepping.
So I have through ACE. I'm certified through ACE. I'm working on a sports performance specialist certification, and then like you, I have a fitness nutrition specialist certification. And I tell all the trainers, build your resume up, do as many certifications as you can, because if anything, it'll be a learning experience, and it'll help you deal with different clients, and because you have a lot of different clientele, and just learn about different diets and stuff like that, and sport-specific exercises, that can go a long way. Working on that. So what I wanted to do for this podcast, a while back, whenever I interviewed Craig Triggs, who was also a trainer, we did a little trainer Q&A. So I want to bring that back today since we have two trainers on the podcast. So we're going to go through a few questions. And Tate, I'm going to let you answer, and then I'm going to kind of put my spin on it at the end. So we'll start off with question one. This is something that a lot of people don't think about. A lot of clients that they just want, a lot of people just think the more you work, the better, But recovery is an aspect in training. It's a big aspect. So how important is recovery in your opinion?
Honestly, almost, if not as important as the lifting itself. Like you said, some guys want to go to the gym, go every day.
Twice a day, yeah.
Right. And they're like, I'm working extra hard. It's like, no, you are. But every day tear that muscle down.
It's not going to build that.
Yeah, when's it going to grow? There's no time to actually, break down that whole process. Like I said, recovery is, if not as important as lifting weights itself. 100%. And people, like I said earlier, my off days, like, whatever. But when we try to get more realize how important things actually are, and your body needs rest days to recover.
Right. That's when you get your results.
Correct.
Whenever the muscles, whenever you're sleeping at night and when you're in the kitchen, when you're eating, that's going to determine the amount of results you get, really. When you're in the gym, you're tearing the muscle fibers down. When you're sleeping at night, that's when they're recovering. Whenever you're eating, whenever you get your protein in, that's going to determine, how much results you get.
And certain people have been like, oh, I eat right, whatever. Work out every day. Well, how do you sleep? Oh, I go to bed at 2 a.m., wake up at noon.
Right.
I'm like, well, okay, like you're getting a good hours in for sure. But it's not good sleep schedule.
It's not a healthy circadian rhythm.
Having a good sleep schedule is also very important as well. Like you said, every day you tear muscle fiber down.
Right.
At some point you keep breaking down, no time to grow.
You're not going to get
you're going to hurt yourself.
And another thing, like you were saying earlier, a lot of people think like every workout should be balls to the wall, 110% effort, which is good sometimes. But if you're doing that every day, you're gonna break your central nervous system down too.
Exactly.
Burn yourself out, and that's gonna slow down your results too. So you got to know how to taper your workout. It's good, do an 8 to 12 week program. Take a week off and just let your body recoup. Stay active, stay on your feet. Do things you enjoy. Go for walks, but it's good to take that week off every now and then. And then your workouts, you might have 1 week where you pushing, you're maxing out, or you're doing 89% effort. Week after that, go about 60%. You got to know how to taper your workouts and work through different phases. And that will enhance your results. So my next question, a lot of people, whenever they work out, they do different splits and whatnot. One thing over the years that I've learned is I've kind of built a love-hate relationship with leg workouts. But I've learned just how important leg workouts are in getting results just overall. Your legs, your glutes, that's some of the largest muscles in your body. In your opinion, what are the benefits of working leg muscles on a regular basis?
So, for one, if you don't, it's not proportional. You obviously from the jump you see it.
Right.
Upper body's really nicely built, and legs are just skinny. That's the first thing. I would say second thing is, like you said, it's the largest muscle group in the body. You work that out, you naturally build testosterone, which contributes to other muscle groups as well, and other body parts.
And testosterone is, it's very vital in building muscle, especially for men.
No, right.
And that's why I tell a lot of guys, you need to work your legs, especially those compound lifts. By compound lifts, I mean squats and deadlifts. leg press. Those type of lifts, they help your body release more testosterone. When you have more testosterone, you build more muscle. And, it enhances your lifestyle overall. You have more energy, more libido, whatnot. And leg workouts are just a different animal. They're more intense. You burn more calories.
It's more mental thing. It's a big muscle group, so you burn more calories when you work out legs.
Right.
Cardio your other days, you would do upper body. So you're working out just an arm, a singular, part. Legs, obviously, you have your certain groups you hit, like hamstrings, quads, whatever it may be.
Right.
But you do squats, into a pressing movement, you do your whole legs, and your whole body taxes and feels that, and it's a more mental game at that point.
For me, when I do upper body, I sweat a little bit, whatever. It can be intense at times, but whenever I do legs, I'm drenched.
The heart rate's crazy up there.
I look like I just jumped in the pool.
The heart rate's up there.
Heart rate goes into the 180s easily.
Always.
Especially when you're doing right. So question 3, this is a question that we get on a daily basis at the gym. Cardio versus weights. How much of each is optimal?
Okay, that's honestly a good question. So everyone has their own goals. Everyone has their own, ideas in mind. But I think you could vouch as well. The main thing was, I want to lose fat. I want to do this. That's the main thing. I want to lose fat.
Right.
So you do cardio, you will obviously burn fat. But you burn that fat what's there to show.
Right, and you burn your muscle too.
Correct. You do weights, it gives you a strong foundation, it gives you a support system, and that fat is burned,
And then you're less likely to get injured.
Correct. Weights prevent osteoporosis, help all those things. I mean, sort of cardio as well. The thing about cardio also is very important is people go in there and they'll go Stairmaster, for example, and they'll put it to level 2.
Right.
And they'll just 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. It's like, you're burning calories.
Right.
But the point of cardio is to raise your heart rate and keep it elevated. That's the point. The goal should be from that, keep it elevated, and do something cardio. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do things. Don't go through emotion in a sense.
Right.
Another thing also is, a question we also get a lot is, what's the best cardio form? The answer I always give everyone is, do what you hate the least.
Right.
Me personally, I hate cardio.
Right.
I can't stand it. I know one of your past guests, one of my great friends, Ray, is a big runner.
Oh yeah.
But if he loves it, and that's a rare case who loves what they do. Shout out to him. I can never do that. You got it in a lot. But I do the Stairmaster. Why? Treadmill I get bored with. And I feel like I'm always moving my body. I put a few shoulder in what I do and just roll.
Right.
To the point now that I'm just going through the motion step by step, more elevated heart rate, keep it elevated and kind of work through it and that kind of stuff.
Right.
But back to the main question, what's better? They're each good in their own respective way. It kind of depends on everyone's goals.
Right.
But if your goal is fat loss, I would do cardio after you do weights. Prioritize weights first. And the reason for that also is if you do cardio first, you will be depleted. Correct. You're going to work out and be tired, and you're prioritizing the wrong thing.
You're not going to get strong either. You're not going to be able to lift the bucket as much either.
And there wasn't the point of lifting weights if you do cardio first.
Right. It's kind of piggyback off of that. Cardio. For me, I tell people it's like a balance. You got to find your balance. Some people need more weight training than others. Some people need more cardio than others. I think everybody should do both. I have a lot of clients, people at the gym are like, I'm going to do cardio first, lose some weight, and then start weight training. I'm like, why not do both now? Because, you can, of course, you're going to burn a lot of calories when you cardio, but if you're doing weight training, you're building your foundation at the same time, and your metabolism is going to go up. Because if you enhance your muscle mass, you naturally are going to have a higher resting metabolism. And the more muscle mass you have. So it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone, So I tell people find that balance, I would recommend anybody, a good goal would be about 150 minutes of cardio per week if you're going to do cardio. And it doesn't have to be just walking on a treadmill, going on the lifting. It could be taking a walk around the neighborhood, going to play beach volleyball, pick up basketball, find something you enjoy doing, If you can't stand getting on the treadmill for 30 minutes, just go find something you enjoy doing. Go shoot some basketball, go for a walk outside, some fresh air. So that's my stance on cardio versus weights. And like I said, I do believe everybody should weight train in some capacity. Right. So my last question here, I'm going to go over our top 3 overall exercises for results and when it comes to weight training.
Okay.
What would be your top 3
Man.
favorite exercises?
So that's honestly crazy because in that aspect, from a trainer perspective, I know beforehand, like not today, like in the past, Bryce and I had this conversation back in the gym. But the thing is, no exercise in particular is better than others, in my opinion. My thing always is, you're on TikTok saying, oh, this is the best exercise for chest, this is this. People believe that, it's the worst part about it. But in my opinion, find exercises you like doing, whether that's curls, whether it's an incline curl, hammer curl, whatever it may be, and stick with it. As long as you're consistent with it, you'll see results, no matter what you do. Now, if you're doing it every week and you're doing one week hammer curls, 1 week incline curls, whatever it may be, you won't just get the results every week. You're not being consistent, changing the pattern up, whatever it may be. So whatever you do in life, but in this exact case, weights in particular, be consistent with it. Don't,
and then progressive.
Right. But if we're being like very like nitpicky with it, best lifts overall.
Or like your top 3 favorite.
Oh, dang, that's man. Wow. Okay. I'm on the spot with that one. So.
You got squats on.
Okay, no. I stopped squatting.
Okay.
So 1 would be a leg extension, superset with lunges. A lot of my clients do it as well.
Yeah, I've seen you hit 2 clients doing it.
That's one of my favorites. Next, incline curl. I've personally seen one of the better arm growth with that. And the stretch, all the things with that.
Stretching your chest too.
Last would be probably a lat pull down. I like, again, the stretch. Yeah. All of it, just, that's my favorite.
And it's easy to set up.
Right.
Easy to perform.
But if we're being like nitpicky with it, in general terms, like an everyday person, best lifts you can do be compound lifts. So your squats, bench press, all those things that would work out something else while also working out the main muscle group.
Right. I always tell people, get a push exercise, a pull exercise, compound leg exercise, core stability, so that'd be like planks, and then some type of rotation to cable torso twist. That's a solid starting routine that you can do a few days a week. And to kind of tie into the last question, I know we were talking about cardio. A lot of people come up to me and they're like, I heard that the Stairmaster is good for building your glutes. I'm like, not really. I mean, any type of cardio equipment is more for working your heart. It's called cardio for a reason. Right. You're working your heart muscle. You're getting the heart rate up over a long period of time. You're not getting much resistance, so you're not going to build muscle. You're going to burn calories, burn fat. It's not going to build muscle. For me, so my top 3 favorite exercises. So right now, man, I've been doing a lot of barbell incline bench press. I feel like overall it's better as far as building muscle goes. You're building the chest muscles up, especially like the top shelf, the upper chest. And it works with shoulders and the triceps too.
Hold on, whoa. So would you say, like, from a trainer perspective, would you prefer like a barbell incline or dumbbell?
I prefer barbell because you can get a better load. You can get more weight. Now, if somebody's strictly, just trying to tone up a little bit of everything, and they're not worried about strength as much, then I feel like dumbbells are good because you get equal distribution on both sides too.
Yeah, so I'm cutting you off, but the thing is, like, if your goal is to build like strength, power.
I would tell people to do both. Kind of rotate right there.
Strength, power, barbell.
Yeah, right.
If you want to do aesthetics, if you want to have good joints, imbalance, fixed balances,
dumbbells and cables. Cable pressing. So it's good to have a variety with that. But lately I've been doing a lot of incline barbell. So number 2, for leg days I've been doing a lot of lunges. I feel like lunges, personally, and just an experience with clients, I feel like they do a better job of like really breaking down those muscles. So lunges, Bulgarian split squats, one foot up on the bench. That's the killer. That's the killer. I would definitely recommend anybody put that into the next leg day. You can do it holding dumbbells. You can do it with a barbell, the Smith machine. There's different ways you can do it. But that is one exercise that I've had a lot of my clients doing. It's also good for balance and core because you have to stabilize yourself. You have to put up on the bench. Number 3, the core. So planks. I love planks because you're really targeting those deep deep core muscles. And it's good for your lower back too. A lot of people neglect their lower back. I know you like doing those dead bugs.
It's a staple for my clients.
Pull workouts. So planks all day. And then they got so many different variations of planks too. So those are my top three. But like you were saying earlier, any type of exercise is good. It's all about the effort that you put in, the investment that you make into it. So I know you're a big cold plunge guy. What's your opinion on cold plunges and saunas?
So before I get started, shout out Grant Chasson. He's really into this a lot more than I am. I'll 100% give him credit. But from my perspective, right, each have their own benefits in every way. For a while, you knew I had a cold plunge in my house. Living in South Louisiana, that water stays cold for maybe like 5 minutes.
Right, especially right now.
Right, you're gonna buy ice from the spot, dump it in to get in. It's not worth it. So that cold plunge got trashed about a month ago. But I do it in the morning first thing. So first thing is, first results are like, okay, you get in, your blood vessels contract. Blood is shot to your vital organs, right? And that will ultimately increase adrenaline. Makes you more alert, more awake. If you're gonna work out late at night, I'm not thinking if you work out, cool, I'm gonna get a cold plunge. Boom, you're alert, you're awake, right? Next part is white blood cell count. It increases, which would increase immunity, fight off bacteria, diseases, all those things. Third benefit you'll see is metabolism. Increased metabolism, which is good. And those things alone are like great for anybody.
Right.
Now, from a different perspective with that, doing it sucks. It never gets easier. Let me say that. It sucks. It sucked every morning. It was horrible. Especially when it snowed outside, bro. I cannot tell you how awful that was. That was miserable. But doing things you don't want to do sets up your day. Right. So starting off my day with doing that, I was like, okay, I can do hard things. This is cool. I can do whatever. Flip side, sauna has different benefits. But it's going to piss people off. The first thing is sauna does not burn fat. Right. Everyone's like, oh, but sauna burn fat. No. So you're going to burn water weight. Right. You look skinnier from water weight for sure. But you won't burn fat. Yeah. The sauna will have benefit cardiovascular health, blood flow, help release toxins in your body, HGH, all those things. Right. So sauna's been its own way, which again, I'm big on that kind of stuff. Right. And
it's therapeutic.
Not right.
Just like earlier, we were talking about lifestyle and how you can enhance your results. And using the sauna and cold plunge will enhance your results that you get whenever you're working.
But a big thing is doing the cold plunge right after you work out will actually it's been shown by stats, I get this proven. Right after you work out, it will actually decrease muscle gain. Obviously, do it later in the day, whatever, it's cool. You work out, you hop in that cold plunge immediately, you won't see as much muscle growth.
With the I never used the cold plunge. I do plan on eventually experimenting with it. But
so if you ever, I know you will. If you go out, you get drunk, right? I've been there. Let me say, I've been there. Next day, first thing you hop in that cold plunge.
I do that with the sauna sometimes.
Yeah. So it helps you wake up, feel alert. Honestly, you got that funk. Feeling like, I feel gross, I feel nasty. Hop in that cold plunge, you're a whole new man.
Feel like you're ready to take the day on. It's the same thing with the sauna. I mean, I got a portable sauna that I just ordered off of Amazon. I started using it. I haven't been using it lately, but I plan on adding it back to my regimen. But it's convenient just being able to wake up and just hop in the sauna for 20 minutes. You know, just like the cold plunge, it kind of helps wake you up. It's good for your blood flow and good for your recovery. You feel like a new man when you get out. And what I used to do is as part of my warm up before my workout, I would hop in the sauna for 20 minutes. And then it's like a warm up. I'm going there, I might stretch a little bit. And I can tell you like this, whenever you go work out, you feel charged up, like you just ready.
You warm up.
Yeah, you're primed up. It's a different. I would definitely recommend people try that. It'll definitely enhance your workout. So another thing I want to touch on, I know you're big into shoes, you flex shoes. Kind of talk a little bit about that, man.
Okay, so wow, that's a good question. Backtrack, I'm in 7th grade. No, I'm in 8th grade. I finished my exams. My grandpa and I was home mall. Back then was not what it is now. Got me a pair of shoes. I have them still. I don't even fit them anymore because my grandpa passed away 2-3 years ago. So I'm not getting rid of these shoes. They don't fit me anymore. It's the first pair I got in my collection.
Yeah.
But he started something bad with me with that one. Because that started me getting bored. So my dad and I would go to Home Mall something came out, I'd say, every weekend, and we'd get the newest Jordan release, whatever it was. I wore a 14. I wore a 13 in high school. But at the time, I was scared. The shoes I wouldn't wear, I was scared to wear them. During COVID, for real, I was like...
So you're really locked in.
That's why I'm locked in from... I have these shoes for nothing. Make some money. I'm on all these apps and selling my shoes, thousands, 800. Oh, this weekend, cool, here's 1,000, take these shoes. It added up. Now, obviously, I'm going to preface by saying I am not stupid. So, a lot of the money I invested, I saved. For future reasons, whatever it may be.
Right.
Some of that money, I was real dumb. But I bought shoes I've always wanted. I got a lot of shoes right now, but I got shoes I wear. I'd rather have 20 pairs that I'll wear on a consistent basis, and 80 pairs that I'd never touch my feet away from taking up space. Right. And I know you're a big shoe geek in the shoes now too.
Yeah.
And the thing is too, nowadays on TikTok and all, reps are a big thing. When I was back making the shoes, that's crazy. 10 years ago, if you had fake clothes, you had fake shoes, you get dogged on. Now, because the thing was, there was like, if you had these new Travis Scott shoes and they cost you $1,200 to buy,
it was like a flex.
It was a flex, right. It's oh, okay, he has those shoes. Whoa, I get it. Now you got guys who pay $100 on DHgate for a pair of shoes. They come in, it's the exact same quality, if not better. But it kind of defeats the purpose of having that. I personally never owned anything like I could never. All my stuff's legit. So if you want receipts, I got them right here. That money I got from selling those shoes in high school, I saved up. Shout out my parents for helping me out in high school. Without them, I wouldn't have half the stuff I have right now in general. They helped me out, got through all of that. They were kind of like, yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it.
Right.
My dad and I held that like forever. We did that. It's fun, like growing up doing that. But no, yeah, making the shoes, man.
What's your opinion on, like, I know the fad right now is kind of like the dad shoes, the Grill Master Nikes. Like, you like that? Or?
Love it.
You love it? I got mixed feelings about it. I mean,
you've seen me at work.
Yeah.
I've gotten a handful of pairs.
I remember, like, a few years ago, like, if you got caught wearing that, like, you get dogged out, like you were saying earlier.
I think it's a trend.
It's a trend.
Give it 2 years and then something's going to pop up out of it.
Right, it's going to be something. And I see a lot of people wearing, like, Asics and all that.
Right, like, for a while, it was Adidas Sambas. That was, like, the shoe. TikTok took over.
Right. Oh, yeah.
And now it's like, you got Sambas, you're a clown. It's basic, it's TikTok shoe, whatever. But I love dad shoes, man. They're comfortable.
I'm going to try some out, man.
No, I would. I wear them to the gym, I wear them to work, I wear them everywhere. Again, like I said earlier, I'd rather have shoes I'm comfortable in I wear every day.
Right.
The shoes I never touch, I just have to have.
I remember growing up, the big thing was it still is the retro Jordans.
Yeah.
Everybody collected Jordans. And that was the thing, like, if you had Jordans, you were cool, you know? If you had retro Jordans,
you were really cool.
Jordans would come out, seasonally. They would have different ones get released, and people would wait in lines.
People were dying. It was killed over it.
$300 a pair, which is crazy.
I remember hearing people were like, it was 2014, 13, a pair of Jordan 11 Legend Blues drop. Dudes would get killed. People went outside line, they get killed for the shoes. And I'm like, all right, it's crazy. It's nuts. It's crazy. Yeah. Nowadays, that kind of hype kind of died. So with TikTok and stuff. If TikTok says the shoe's corny, it sucks.
Right.
Everyone's selling that wave.
Right.
If they this shoe's super cool, whatever, backstory behind it, everyone's hopping on it. Yeah, nowadays social media is different. it's kind of taken over the fashion.
It's all about trends, man.
Yeah, it's taken over everything.
And like in fitness, you see people, the big things, the weighted vests on. People walking with weighted vests on.
One of my colleagues has it, and she said it helps her out a lot.
Yeah.
If you know how to use it,
right? If you use it right,
it's amazing.
But they got a lot of people doing it just because it's a trend, you know. They see other people.
We're sitting here, it's 110 degrees outside.
Right.
I'm not worried away the best anytime soon. I could never.
Right. And you know, it's like you said, if you do it right, you will get results from it.
But no, now backtrack.
But yeah, back to the shoe.
I know you're a big shoe guy. You're getting there.
Yeah, I've always been.
Let's hear your side of this.
I never really collected. I never got into it as much as you were. But growing up, I always liked shoes. You know, I remember when a kid going to the mall with my mom. She would like we would go like twice a year, and she would let me pick out shoes. I remember I would spend like sometimes 2 to 3 hours just like looking through the shoes and like trying them all on, you know. And then I used to love my. I started getting into Air Jordans when I was like in middle school. To this day, that's probably my favorite tennis shoe is the Air Jordan ones. I mean,
it's just that color,
just that style. Just that style. It's retro. You know,
you got some good work some days.
I got a few different colors that I wear. It's retro. It's a good workout shoe. It's stylish. You can't go wrong with a pair of Jordan ones. I know the Air Force ones are kind of similar. They kind of come and go.
Those TikTok trends, yeah.
Right. Those are cool, but I do prefer the Air Jordan ones over those.
But yeah, the thing is, a lot of guys have a watch collection. Mm-hmm. Some of my guys got cologne collections.
Right.
Everyone has their own little thing they do.
Mm-hmm. Everybody has
yeah. Shoes. They're not shoes. Like, I don't need to spend $800 on a pair of shoes. Like, like you don't have to get it.
Right.
I wouldn't spend more than $4 on cologne. Mm-hmm. Everyone has their own, you know.
Right.
Everyone has their own little thing.
You gotta pick where you want to invest.
Right. And it's not cheap, but
it's not cheap.
Once you get into it, it's hard to like stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an addicting thing to have.
Oh yeah. I mean, I probably got like 20 pairs of shoes right now. Some of them I don't wear, or some of them I wore in the past. I just kept them around. But I recently got 2 new pairs of shoes a few days ago. And my thing was I was gonna get some Brooks because I've been into running lately. I was gonna get a nice pair of Brooks. I ended up changing my mind. I found they had like some sales or whatever, so I got some. They had some Nike Air Maxes. Actually, the ones I have on right now, the gray and
live feet check.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Gray and blue Nike Air Maxes. They had a good sale on them. I got those, and then I got a pair of Adidas running shoes. It's kind of reminded me of the Hokas. And so I got 2 pairs of shoes for the price I would have paid for 1 pair of Brooks.
That's what's like.
And I like the way they look. And these can just be like everyday type of work.
Yeah, you need a variety. You need a pair to work out in. A pair of everyday use, a pair to dress up, a pair just to be like, yeah, I have these.
Yeah.
4 or 5 pairs of shoes. All you really need is that. Anything else is above me, which I do go, but you know.
It's like tires. You got to rotate. You got to keep a little rotation. You don't want to wear down. You don't want to wear 1 pair of shoes every day. All right, Tate. So social media. If somebody wants to follow you, what's some good social media handles for you?
I don't even know what top of my head. Let me see. My Instagram would be Tate Russell _ where's there on Twitter? And my TikTok is just Tate Russell too. Not much to it. Pretty simple.
Man, I appreciate you coming on the podcast today. It's definitely we covered a lot, man. It's a good conversation.
Definitely.
And it was a great time, bro.
Yeah, of course, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Definitely.
All right, Till next time.